Here's a history. I think anything before 2000, China actually was really busy with itself, actually buying brands, not buying brands, really trying to teach consumers what are good American brands, what are good European brands are. So you can see a lot of luxury brands everywhere in China. But then after 2000, then Chinese firms start to think about, wait a minute, can I own a brand? Not just I can, as a consumer, buy a very nice product or a very nice commodity or whatever. So now actually they start to build brands by acquiring a company.
Right.
So Lenovo falls into that category, right? Then after 2004, and then they actually start to thinking about maybe we should grow brands organically. Haixin, the cell phone, is one of them. It has been doing pretty well. Right now as number I think number six or fifth in the
World market.
World market. Cell phone producer. Right behind actually.
But they're mostly just in China. But the Chinese market is huge, and that's how you end up in a position like number 5 or number 6 in the world, right?
Yes, I think the question should ask whether they have a global strategy. And Haixin does have a global strategy, but it's different from Lenovo's. Lenovo's, okay, I'm going out by first acquiring a brand. Haixin is saying, well, I'm going outside of China. I'll become a global leader, but first I'm developing from within. So actually is capturing the market, and actually is very well watched by Goldman Sachs and Merrill Lynch as big Wall Street firms, and they predict that Haixin will be one of the most important brand and that we should look for, or should watch out for.
Do Chinese managers understand branding?
I think they're trying to, and
so what do they understand, and why do you think they still need some?
Well, at least two things they can do, and they really understand it really well. Is that brand, it definitely is a familiarity issue, right? You have to really get the brand has quality, when people have to really be familiar with it. So they actually spend a lot of money on advertising it.
I see.
So they generate awareness.
Create awareness, right?
That's one thing they do really well.
Right.
Okay. So second, they do really well, I think, is they do very, very good promotions. A lot of events.
Right.
Publicity, TV, sponsorships, everything. They do that really well too. But in terms of building a brand, like the essence of a brand, what does the brand stand for? What's the differentiation from other brands? Besides the kind of like slogans and everything, what are real essence? I think the Chinese managers are still learning.
I see.
How to really differentiate the brands.
And in terms of like the financial value of brands, I mean, do they understand that notion that brands have value? It's not just the product, it's not just the engineering, right? It's actually the name, the image,
the software part of it.
Yes,
right?
The software part.
They do. They understand actually that a lot of quite a bit of brand has to do with people's perception, psychology.
Right.
That they do. But how do you really exactly measure it? How to build it step by step? They're still learning. And actually, they're pretty much actually catching up. But actually, it requires like gurus like you probably to give a few lectures in China, or people like me, and to help them a little bit. But in general,
well, you're doing that already, right?
Well, not very much. Sometimes I give them lectures and give them, I think, conduct seminars, things like that. Yeah.
Well, that is important, I think, because to get a better understanding of the brands. Now, let me ask you about the brand China, right? People talk about countries as brands nowadays. Do you think the brand China is seen more positively now than, let's say, 10 years ago?
Oh, definitely more positive. And I think you probably heard about the Chinese government has a lot of money to spend on building China, the brand itself.
I see.
Oh, actually, they've been doing this quite a bit in terms of the TV channels and everything, So communications with Western countries, at conferences, G20 summit, summit,
right.
G7. They've been doing that, and the China's image is important in Chinese government's mind. And actually, that's branding. Actually, you and I should be hired to do something like that.
All right. So lots of exciting things going on in China. Thank you very much for this conversation.